Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. I'm Jill Bloom, group publisher of Walls and Ceilings, and welcome to If Walls Could Talk. It's always an honor to have with me my great friend, Brian Palish, the Executive Vice President and CEO of IBEC. Brian, thanks so much for joining me.
Jill, it's great to be here and to talk to you.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really excited to talk about IBEC's BES coming up here. It's I know the dates are the 26th, the 27th, 26th, the 28th of October in St. Louis, and it is just a growing, cool event. But tell everybody, what does everybody need to know? What's happening this year at BES?
Well, as you said, we're going to be in St. Louis, which is the first time I think we've been to St. Louis as IBEC. So that's a tremendous. We're looking forward to being in the Midwest. Easy place for everyone to get to.
Yeah.
As you said, we will be there October 26th to 28th. A few other things to know. Those of you who are going to come and participate, you will end up with 12 hours of continuing education credits. As normal with an IBEC event, we've got the breakdown between walls, waterproofing, roofing, commissioning, other building enclosure topics. And actually this year, I'm kind of excited. We do have a 1 hour course. It's a general session on ethics. It's going to be led by Robin Kemper, who's a past president of the American Society of Civil Engineers and a good friend of mine. And she's going to talk about case-based discussion of ethics for today's building enclosure professional. So some hot topics in there and some good discussion on with that session. I'm excited about that one.
Awesome. And so tell me what when people arrive, tell me about the facility, the location. So you're in St. Louis, but what is tell me more about the venue.
We are in St. Louis, and we are in a hotel that is a historic hotel. I believe it's part of the old train station in St. Louis. So in one sense, the meeting venue becomes part of the story, right? Because
Yeah.
we're in a building enclosure facility, a building enclosure that has been restored. So we have a little architectural preservation there, historic preservation, and it can become part of it. And one of the cool things, it'll be interesting to see, I'm sort of intrigued by this. Our opening reception, the location of it, which is inside the hotel. Actually, the opening reception room shares a wall with the St. Louis Aquarium. And so I don't know which of the animals that which of the finned or furred animals we will get to see, but
Okay.
the one wall does abut that aquarium. So it'll be kind of fun to see how that works.
That's awesome. And it looks like that welcome reception is at on Sunday, the 26th from 6 to 7. Do I have that correct?
That is correct. Sunday night.
Well, how exciting. I can't wait to see the building. I would love old train stations. There's always some unique architecture, which is perfect for BES. Well, if anybody has any questions, Brian, if they want to register, if they want to come, where do they go? How do they find out more?
If they go to the ibec.org website, IIBEC.org website, and on the homepage there's going to be a box for the BES, and it'll be simple to click and register. We will have 30 exhibitors there to show you their wares and talk to their customers. We're excited about that. As I said earlier, we have 30 students that are going to be there, much like we do at our convention. So there'll be 20.
Yeah, and where are they from?
20 U.S. students, 10 Canadian students. I know we've got a contingent coming from the University of Missouri at Columbia, their architecture school, and so we're kind of excited about that, tapping into some smart some smart young people. And I guess let me take a minute and talk about a couple of the other sessions, if that's.
I'd love to. Please tell everybody, because there's a lot of great opportunities here when it comes to continuing education.
So those of you that participated in IBEC's annual convention last year in Orlando, we gave out our second annual, if you will, or our second round of EBEC awards, which is the Excellence in Building Enclosure Consulting Awards. One of those award winners decided they wanted to talk more, which is good, and so they're going to present a deeper dive into their project, which was the Remova Theater Renewal Project, which is a turning an old theater in the Chicagoland area into a mixed use facility. And I think it's going to be a really cool session just to learn how you can, change the use of a building, how a building enclosure consultant can be involved in that. And then I'm sure there's going to be a lot of cool pictures of what it became. Because
Yeah.
it's a really cool project.
Oh, that's awesome.
The other thing I think is interesting, and location will be useful for this, is we have Tom Smith, a longtime IBEC member, is going to come speak on the building enclosure design guidelines that are part of ASCE 7. There's a new tornado chapter as part of
Oh,
ASCE 7. So depending on the type of facility you're designing, there's new calculations and a new focus on being able to make buildings more resistant to tornadoes, which is that's certainly
important.
there's certainly been a goal of the community for quite some time, and the ASCE 7 document has taken us another step further. And we did a session, a part of this session a couple years ago in Phoenix, but now it's again a little bit more out in public. And some of the ASCE 7, I think this is ASCE 722, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
It's begun to become adopted around the country. So now it's like now it's time to actually, now you got to know how to use it. So we're excited that Tom's going to give us that session, and then there are sessions on there's a session on parapets, guardrails, and the building enclosure. There's a session on future-proofing buildings with whole building air and water resistive barriers, and among others. I mean, we are pretty excited. There's going to be a lot of sessions on walls, which exterior walls, which again is a growing part of the
It
IBEX
is.
concept. We've got
Yeah.
a couple sessions on building enclosure commissioning, which is great. We have our credential that is pretty newly minted. We've got over 35 credentialed CBE CXP people now, credential holders. So we're excited about that, and just to provide all that education to the community is important to us.
I love it. Well, that's what's really special about IBEC is you guys really cover, like you said, walls, waterproofing, roofing. There's so much that you guys cover, which has been exciting as as you guys evolved and have grown. IBEC used to be a little different a long time ago, but
All six sides, Joe, right?
all six sides. That's right. I love it. Well, thank you again, Brian. Is there anything else? Did we miss anything that everybody should know?
I don't think so, other than we're looking forward to seeing everybody in St. Louis and having a
Yeah.
tremendous meeting at the end of October, October 26th to 28th. Please join us in St. Louis. If you want more information, it's bes.ibec.org is the fastest way to get there.
I love it. Well, thanks again, Brian. We really appreciate it. And if anybody has any questions for us, you can always find lots of information about IBEC at either roofingcontractor.com, wconline.com, or buildingenclosureonline.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for all our free content so you can stay up to date. But most importantly, stay safe and healthy, and we can't wait to talk to you soon. Thanks again, Brian.
Thank you.